Hi, my name is Matilda Smedius and welcome to Unit Loss. I am Brigitte Lindholm.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. She managed to do that on the first take as well, didn't you? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
definitely.
So, guys, we've got another one of these special Sty and videos. Today, we've got Brigitte Lindholm, which I've been told is the best way to say it, and the correct way, yes?
Yes, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the confusion is, in English, it's Bridget. So when we first see it, it's kind of like, Bridget? Brigitte? Baguetta?
I
And
mean,
then,
you can say whatever you want as long as you have fun.
well...
That wasn't cheesy at all. No, I mean, I say the way I say it because I'm from Sweden, so I would say Brigitte. But if you want to say Brigitte, Bridget, I don't know. Go
Brigitte.
ahead. Have
Br-
fun.
Brigitte.
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 Yeah. No,
Brigitte
that was really
Lindholm.
good. Yeah.
I'm quite good at this. Brigitte Lindholm. Do you know, like, I actually couldn't say it to begin. Like, when the hero came out, I had, like, no idea. I was calling it Bridget, whatever. But
Yeah.
it was the introduction trailer where she introduces herself. And I just
Yeah.
was like, Brigitte Lindholm. And that's sort of how I taught myself. It's a bit sad. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to talk to like one of the voice actresses from Overwatch. So, like, to me, this seems like almost like a bit of a mystery. Like, how the hell do you get this job? Like, what happened? What's the history of this? Like, is it
Um,
as simple as just you apply for this? Is there like a job listing, but you don't know what it's for? It's like, hello, we need a Swedish lady to do a Swedish voice.
oh no. Oh no. No, I mean, it didn't come out of nowhere. I have worked as a voice actress for many years. So the thing is, like, I was just casted to do a voice test and I had no idea what it was. So I went to the studio and I did it, and it was like very confusing lines. Like, they didn't really go together. They were just like one line and then another and then another. And I was just like, okay, I have no idea what this is, but I'm guessing it's a game because it didn't really feel like anything else I've ever like voice tested for before. So I did that, and then I was like, I'm never gonna hear from them again because my English was so Swedish. So I just felt like, oh shit, that was a really cool job, and now I'm not gonna get it. But then they called again, and I did another voice test, and I got to know that it was for Blizzard, and I was obviously freaking out. And I got to talk to Andrea, who she's the director, and I
Oh,
got to talk to her.
yeah. I think I met her last year at BlizzCon on the voice actor panel. I think. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
you
I've got a
probably
really terrible story about the voice actor panel. Now, when
what
that
did
panel is
you
like,
do?
no, well, that panel is great. Like, loads of people are in there. Like, it's absolutely packed for that. But directly after that, there was supposed to be this thing with a giant Overwatch loot box. But there was a massive problem because the giant loot box didn't get delivered. And
Hmm.
naughty. When it when because it didn't get delivered, like, one of the community guys from Blizzard was like, "Hey, Sty, we need something that's recognizable to go on the stage. Will you come and help us?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Like, I didn't actually know that it was the like at the end of the voice actor thing. So basically, the whole room was packed. People were expecting this massive surprise to come out of a giant loot box, but there wasn't any giant loot box, and they had me stand on the stage dressed up as, Punch Kid, the spray, and it was quite embarrassing and bad. So let's never talk about it again. It was really bad. It was really bad. And
I
I'm like,
mean,
great. What am I
it's a
supposed to do?
memory.
It's not a memory. It's a bad memory. Right, hang on. So you said to me that you did like the voice test thing. Do you go to LA to do that, or is it like
No,
remotely?
I
Okay.
did it here in Sweden.
Mm.
So the first time I didn't have Andrea or anyone. I just did the lines, and then the second time I had Andrea and Michael, I think, over Skype.
Yeah.
And then during the third one as well, and then during the recording, everything was like online. So I've never been in LA.
You never been to LA?
No, I haven't met
Are you going
Andrea
to?
or Michael.
You must be going to BlizzCon this year, surely.
I don't
Surely.
know.
Surely.
I don't know. Everybody keeps telling me though
Uh,
that oh, you're gonna get invited, but you never know. So I don't wanna take anything out in advance.
So, like, how long ago was this? Like, when you did the lines, was it
Um,
8, 9 months ago?
Several months ago, like a long time ago.
Hmm.
Um, and I mean, just to think where I was then compared to now, it's just insane.
Well, yeah, that's actually yeah, that's a good question. That is, what does it feel like? Because I can kind of relate to this in a bit of a way, because I was like a very small sort of YouTuber before Overwatch, and then it just exploded, and it's like it doesn't seem real. Like the last, I mean, it's nearly 3 years now. I think for me, have just been crazy. Like I don't.
I mean,
uh,
you can relate, so you know that it's just like a weird thing that you don't really get, and you can't really like fathom the whole experience. It's just like for me, sometimes I just play the game and I get back to like how it was before. Like I just play the game and then I just hear Brigitte and I don't know. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm in this game? You're telling me I'm in this game now? I
It's like me listening to you now, though, like because your voice sounds very similar to her voice, and like I can hear it.
It's me, so that
Yeah.
could
So,
be why.
well, yeah, but it's like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's a weird thing because for me, I remember just during the whole recordings, I was like, my voice isn't gonna fit in there. Like, I know this universe, and my voice is just not part of it. And then now, I mean, it feels weird, but I'm kind of like, I don't think it's me. For me, it doesn't sound like me. It's Brigitte, it's someone else, and it's this character in a game. I don't know.
Hmm. Like, how
It's a
much of
weird
Brigitte
approach now.
is you though? Like, is it you? Like,
I mean,
like,
it is me.
yeah, but like, is it you? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, is it an act, or do you see that as part of you? Like, that character is sort of
I mean,
part of
she
you?
is a part of me.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess she's like the kind of the good parts of me, like parts that I kind of want to, be
What?
better
Even
at.
mace
Like,
to the face? Come on, you
I
got to do the
mean,
lines. You got to do it. Do
she's
it.
badass. She's badass. I like it.
Mace to the face.
Mace to the face.
It's so good. Come on, hit me with some
So,
lines. Do some lines. I love it. I love
oh
it.
gosh, what do you want to hear?
Oh, the ultimate, the rally, the Swedish version.
Oh
Uh,
god,
uh, uh, oh
my
God,
mic is gonna. I'll just
just
keep
do
it
it.
at a distance.
Just do it. Just do it. Go for it.
Alla till mig.
Alla till me.
Yes. And not I love Team May that people have tweeted me about.
Oh yeah.
It's not that. So weird. There
What's your
was a lot of
favorite? What's your favorite voice line?
ooh, I really like the Swedish ones. I mean, I don't have a favorite. I love them all. And it's really hard to I always get this question. It's so hard to
I
choose.
know you. I must be giving you this. Yeah, you've probably
But
answered these questions loads of times before.
no, but I love talking about it. Obviously, this is very cool to me. So I like talking about it. But I think my favorite lines are the ones like skägget i brevlådan, which is like it's just so weird to hear that in an international game. It's just insane and like ingen ko på isen and I don't even know. Why can't I remember them now? Oh God, I'm like put on the spot. But I really like precision Swedish engineering as well. I mean, that part of Brigitte is not part of me. I'm not very um, good
So
at
you're not an
that kind of
engineer,
stuff.
and your dad's
I
not
mean,
a
I'm not.
Swedish midget.
No, my
Okay,
parents are voice actors as well, so
that's cool.
it's. I mean, I guess we're both in a family business,
Yeah, well,
but
let's go right back. Like, how did all of this start then? Like, how did you become a voice actress?
I mean, I just it just happened. It's so weird. I'm so I mean, it's pretty embarrassing because I just kind of was born into it because my parents are voice actors, and then you kind of like my brother's a voice actor as well, and we just like kind of in Sweden, I don't know how it is in other countries, but in Sweden, it's pretty small business. So nepotism. I mean, someone just brought me in on a voice test, and they were like, "Okay, we'll use her," and then I was
Well,
stuck.
you got to take your chances, right? If you get given a chance, you
Yeah,
got to take it. That's cool.
but
Like,
I mean, I was like 6 years old. I didn't even think about it. I
oh,
was just like,
so what have you
"Okay,
done
I'll just do
before?
this."
What, like children's television or something like
Yeah,
that? I guess.
Swedish stuff. So I've only um I've only done things in Sweden. So I mean, I can't really tell people to look things up because it's like people won't
Yes, but
understand.
now you're most definitely the most famous voice actor in the family, surely.
I
Surely.
mean, maybe.
Maybe.
We'll see what my parents say about that. Not that they're famous, Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't consider myself famous at all.
No.
A known person, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
like you know what
Weird.
always gets me is like people like me. They call us influencers, and I hate that word because it makes it sound like
Oh,
you're going out and brainwashing people. It's like you do as I tell you. You will like this video,
I
and
mean,
all this stuff.
are
Never
all
like that.
YouTubers called influencers?
Yeah, I think from like a business sort of side, like streamers, YouTubers, like people on Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff.
We need to find a better word.
I know it's horrible, but they all use it now. Influencer, horrible. So we got to be careful now with this bit, right? Because obviously you have probably recorded future voice lines, so we've got to be careful with what you say because we might be able to work out dirty leaks, and then you might get sued by Blizzard. So, like, when you got this gig, is there a time frame to this? Is this like forever? Because I mean, Overwatch, I know Blizzard want the game to last literally forever. Like, does this now mean that you've almost got like secure employment in a way? I know you're not directly employed by Blizzard. You're sort of like I guess like a freelancer to them in a way.
I mean, as like so far,
Mm.
I've heard. I mean, it's only been a couple months, so but so far I've heard that it's they bring the actors in like 2 or 3 times a year,
Yeah.
um, and have a session for a few hours, and that's it. And then I mean, I get to go to cons, which is really nice. But it's not like I'm
Oh
constantly in the
yeah.
studio. Like,
Yeah. Didn't you go to one in Wales? I think.
yes, I
Yeah.
did. My first one.
Ah.
It was amazing. You can see some things here. Here's oh God, this is hard. Here's a photo of me with some cosplayers. Can't even see them. And drawing and a Polaroid with God, this is hard. I can't see. And a Polaroid with one of the fans.
That's
I
so
do have
awesome.
other stuff. No, I haven't taken them up yet. I got so many stuff. Um, so one fan did these little things. So this one was added.
Ah.
It's so nice. I love, like, for me, people giving me gifts, like just my friends, I think that's awkward. And these are complete strangers giving me gifts, and I'm like,
No,
thank you,
no.
I'm not worthy. And it's like I just wanted to like give something back, and I hope they had a nice experience. I had a very nice experience. It was just so weird, but it was really
It
nice, and
is, yeah.
people were so sweet and so happy, and I was really nervous the first day, but then it like
Yeah, I think that's only natural. Yeah, like you sort of like what always blows my mind is that there are people out there that actually like like for me, like when you make videos on YouTube, obviously you see the viewing figures under the video, but that's all you see. You don't really realize each one of them is a person until you
yeah.
go to the events and you start meeting them, and it's crazy.
Hmm.
Like I've been to the Blizzard Arena quite a few times for Overwatch League, and it's always amazing to me like the amount of people there. Like there's actually a picture of me on the wall. Like it's so stupid. There was this we couldn't get the security pass sorted out for me to get into the backstage, and hello, you still there? Oh God, what? Your camera just went
What?
crazy. It's okay.
No.
Your camera froze and then it went dead quick.
Oh, okay.
Amazing. Anyway, I couldn't get into the backstage. The security guard was telling me I'm not allowed in there, even though I had a little pass, but it wasn't working on the little scanner. And then he went, actually, I've seen you before. And I'm like, what? And then he looked down the corridor and he says, oh, there's a picture of me on the wall. He says, yes, you can come in. So being known helped me in that kind of way. But it is really cool. It's really, really cool meeting people.
That's so cool.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I
I
have a
think it's
freaking picture of you.
yeah. It's only a little thing. Like
So cool.
it is cool. It is very surreal as well. Like I don't like I said to you earlier. I don't know what's going on anymore. Really.
No.
Let's talk about the other voice actors then. Who have you met? And
I've met Lucy and Cara because they were in Wales with me. So I've only met them actually. I've talked to some of the other actors, but I haven't met more. But they were really sweet, and it was so weird, like feeling like I was a part of this. Like, of course they are, but am I? It just felt so weird, like sitting in the green room and like talking about the day. Oh, we'll be signing, and then we'll do a photo shoot, and then we'll have a Q&A. And I was just like, I mean, I'm not gonna be part of that, right? It just felt so weird, and surreal.
I mean, it must be, right? I mean, Tracer and Mercy,
Yes,
they're like the biggest
iconic.
characters, I guess. Yeah. Cheers,
And I'm
love.
here like, I'm nothing there. So weird. But I mean, even now, I mean, it hasn't been long, but it feels like it's been long because a lot of things have been happening. But even now, I can't. So weird. I don't understand it. I don't understand any of it. It just doesn't make sense to me that I'm a part of this. I mean, in a year maybe I'll get it, but now.
Yeah, when it finally sinks in. All right, let's go on about when you record the voice lines. Like, what happens? Like, you obviously go to a studio, I guess, and then you just sort of you've got a script and you're just hammering the lines out, like kind of like what I'm doing here with the microphone, just hammering it into the microphone over and over again, and then
yeah, I mean, you kind of like in the beginning we talked a lot about the character and we did the origin story, so we talked a lot about the script for that and her relationship to her father and her relationship to Reinhardt and the other, like the whole Overwatch hero team. Whatever.
Team Overwatch.
and then you just kind of like you get a line, you have a script, and then you do a line. You take 3 takes, and then you get some feedback, and then you do another 3 takes, or maybe they're like, oh, I like the C take, like ABC. They're like, oh, I like the C take, so do 3 more, kind of like that one, and then you do that. And I mean, some lines are easier to record, some lines were like took a long time because like the old lines, they have to be perfect because they're so iconic for like the character, like it needs to be good, so you redo that. And then just all the dying sounds and stuff like that.
Oh, that
so
must be quite funny. Like, and all of that stuff.
It
Go
was
on. Go on.
awkward.
Do some. You
It
gotta
was
do
like,
it.
but I mean, it's like, okay, first, okay, you're freezing to death, so do something where you're cold but you're also dying. And I'm like, great, okay. And then I mean, they did it before me, so I didn't feel that stupid, which it really helped hearing someone else do it, because if someone just tells you to do that, it's like, okay, ooh, oh no, you can't, it's so hard. But then when someone shows you and they're like, just do like, oh, like something like that, it's like, it makes sense. But the screams when they fall, when you boop someone, the screams.
Oh, off the map, yeah.
That
Anna has the best one. Do it. You've got to do it. Do it. Do it.
No.
Do it. Do it.
My microphone. It's gonna.
Uh-oh.
It's like, first they tell you need to do variations on it. So, maybe you do like an ah, or you do an like just the long one. So I remember specifically that I did first and then I did an and then I did an and every time they were like, "Sorry, sweetie, you need to go a bit longer," and I was like, "I can't do this anymore." It's so awkward. But I mean, you just kind of do it. You're in the studio, and for me, I was in a kind of small studio, and it's dark, so you kind of feel like you're in a weird other dimension where it's like, okay, I'll just fall off a cliff. That's what I'm gonna do now.
Do
So
you act
you're
it out?
sitting
Like,
there,
just go,
you're like, yes, I'm
yeah,
flailing with my arms, like,
yeah.
like doing that, and I mean, after a while, they got the take. So, but every time I hear it in the game, I'm like cringing so hard because I know the process of recording it was so awkward. Like all of them, like, like the shield bash.
Yeah.
Oh, so many takes. It's it hurts your throat just to begin with, and then the awkwardness is just like. I mean, I'm impressed that they knew how to direct those kind of sounds. Because a line, it's like, do it more sad or be more angry or happy. But like how do you direct that? How do you? Uh,
I guess
I
you're
mean,
lucky. Do you think you're lucky in kind of a way because they've done this with quite a few voice actors now? So you sort of,
yeah,
you can. They know what they're doing a little bit
yeah.
more than I guess the earlier heroes must have been quite interesting.
I mean, this is for all the games. So after a while, I think. I mean, maybe the other voice actors are more used to doing that kind of stuff, but for me, I've only done Swedish dubs, so it's different. In like, you don't have to come up with anything yourself. Okay, it's hard to explain. So when you dub something, you have the original, and you're just gonna follow that. So even if I've done like stuff like that, um, you follow someone else, so it's not that awkward. It's never quiet. But with this, like for a game, it's like, okay, take three, go. And then just the
Oh,
deafening silence before you go,
so it's more like.
you know, it's
So
so,
it's more like creative, like just spur of the moment. They just say, "Look, we want you to sound like you've just been flashbanged by McCree."
I
Do you,
mean, they really explain, and they do show you how to do it. So they do it with their own voice. So it's not just like, go, do it
do it
now.
now?
But it's more of like it's a process. I think the person that had it the most difficult was me because I couldn't stop laughing because it was really
No,
awkward.
I think that's a common thing where people just keep laughing. Like, I've seen a load of people do that when they're recording voice. They'll just keep
Yeah.
laughing, and it's like, pull it together, pull it together.
I mean,
I think
it's
that's fine. That's fine.
so hard because I remember recording. It's just a flesh wound. I remember that voice line, and it was like really funny. We started talking about Monty Python and that, and I watched that movie so many times, and I did watched it since I was very young. So I have said the line so many times I don't really think about what I'm saying. So when they're like, "Okay, take three, go," I start saying it, and then I'm like, "Oh wait, do you pronounce the B in wound?" And they're like, "It's wound." I'm like,
Wound.
"Oh." I almost said flesh wound. Like,
Oh no.
what word is that? I don't want to know. And that was one of those moments where I couldn't stop laughing, and they were being very professional, and I just couldn't stop laughing.
You've just got to. I think when somebody does that, you've just got to let them get it out of their system. Like, just
Yes,
go.
it
It'll
was
be
so.
fine.
I was just, and the fact that they were being so professional was really nice because, of course, they didn't want to laugh at me. But when they were being like professional and I was laughing, I just felt like, oh God, this is so embarrassing. Oh, they're gonna change the voice. It's not gonna be me anymore. They're gonna change the actor now.
Oh no.
Couldn't stop laughing because it was so embarrassing. I remember like when we were done with the session and I walked out of the studio and was talking to the sound guy, and I was like, "Did you hear that?" And he was like, "Yes, I heard. It's okay." And then we just started laughing because shit happens, you know. Can I say shit? Is that
Yeah. Like, but that shows you having fun doing it, right? And
yeah.
you need the voice actors to be engaged in it. I think. I mean, like
Yeah,
you
but
said,
they're really good at that. I felt like we had, since they're in LA and we had to have them over Skype. It was really, we had to record late at night for me.
oh
So at
yeah.
like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Well, it was like 10 a.m. for them, I think.
Hmm.
So, and I worked full time at the time at an office. So I was working full time, and then I went to the studio to record for 3 hours. Um, it was a lot, but they really like. I just remember like, how can I keep like, I have this all this energy during every session, like every session, like I was tired and my throat was tired, but like, I mean, my head, I was just like so in the game. I was like, I need, this is the greatest thing I've ever done. So I never ever lost this energy because, well, also because it was really cool to record for a game that I play, but still, like, they are really good, like, at just like, you know, saying that, okay, let's take a break now, and then after that, it's just like, okay, next line, and they, you know, explain the scenario, so you're never like out of the universe. You're always like in it, and you're always recording it. It's hard to explain, but it's
No,
really
it does make sense. Yeah, it makes sense what you're saying. Because I mean, if they can get your head in the game and get you to almost become the character in a way, then the voice lines you're going to produce are probably going to make more sense with their
yeah.
vision of the character.
And I mean, I don't know, maybe they also knew that it was like 6 p.m. for me. But they were really good. I never felt out of energy. I mean, my body and my throat, but never in my head. I was always like, let's do another one. Like, I was so psyched the
Well,
whole
it's such
time.
a cool thing, though. It's like we said earlier on. It's difficult. Like if somebody, like, how do you explain what you do to somebody?
Ugh.
Like, who are you? Well,
Whenever I'm at a party and the
oh no.
question comes like, so what do you do? It's like, do I just say I work somewhere else? Do I just say like, oh, I'm unemployed or something? Because explaining, like, I don't know, it feels like I'm like humble bragging, like, oh, it's so hard when people ask me what I do. But it's like this whole thing of like, oh, a voice actress, so what do you do? And it's like, I mean, I stand in the studio and I do voices. And then people always ask you what you've done. And I mean, before Brigitte, it wasn't really like, it was mostly kid shows, and you don't meet a lot of kids at parties. So most
No.
people were like, "Oh, I haven't heard of that show, but that's nice." I was like, "Thank you." So what do you do? You know, it's a weird profession. But
It
now,
is, but it's cool.
anytime someone asks, it's like, "Oh, nothing. I'm a voice actress. I do a
I'm
small character in the
I'm just
game."
Brigitte Lindholm. I know only 40 million people play this game. It's an unheard of game.
But it's also weird bringing that up when you know. I mean, I have friends that I don't meet that often, like friends of friends. And I remember this one time we were celebrating my friend's birthday, and we were laughing. We were having a really good time, and then we just kind of, everyone did like, ah, and it was silence. And then one of them asked, like, so Matilda, what do you do now? And I was like, I do a voice in Overwatch. They were like, we know. Tell me everything. I was like, okay. But that was really nice because I actually like that more than people kind of pretending not to know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a weird, like, when people contact you, I don't know, or like, hi, I haven't spoken to you in a while. What's up? And it's like, you know what's up. Like,
They just want you to go. They just want
Yes,
an autograph or something. That's what they want.
it's really weird, and it's
Can
like,
you record an answer phone message for me, please,
oh
Matilda?
God,
All
no.
of this stuff.
I mean, I haven't. It's only been like some colleagues that have asked for their kids,
Yeah, well,
but other than that, I haven't signed much really for friends. I mean, I don't. For me, I don't get the thing with autographs. Like, it's not
I
something
think I think I'm
I
messing
think
people's
for.
stuff up when I do it to stuff. They'll be like, "Can you sign my like the one I hate is the it's like the collector's edition art book. It's like $200 this book is." And they're like, "Hey, can you
Yes,
just sign this?" I'm like, it'll look bad if I sign it." And they're like, "No, no, please." And I'm like, "Okay."
I know. And like at the Wales convention, I had all these posters, and then when people brought their books, I was like, well, what if I make a mistake? It'll be there forever. I was like, just take a poster. But then I did it, and I was like, really, like, I just tried to do it perfectly, and I mean, I just hope people were
They are. Yeah, they are. They're so cool.
happy.
Right. You've told me that you play Overwatch, right? Which I think is kind of rare with the voice actors. I think Roadhog plays Overwatch, but I don't think any of the other ones really do as much. So how much do you
I,
play the
I,
game? And who's
I
your favorite
mean,
character?
oh God, questions.
Loads of questions. In fact, let me just give a shout out here. Derry Hells asked, that's the wrong question. He actually asked, why is your dad so hot, referring to Torbjorn? That's a bit strange, but there you go. Fagan said, who's your favorite hero? So
Yeah, my
who's
favorite
your favorite hero?
hero.
And who do you play the most?
I right now I play Moira the most,
Mm.
um, because you just throw balls everywhere and it works. And I mean, I love Moira ever like since the first time I tried her. I just like felt like this was my character because I've never really felt that with any of the others. I started out playing Farah because my brother told me to, and I mean, I still had fun playing the game, but I wasn't good at it. And I was like, I never really got better because Farah, for me, Farah is hard. Like, you need to like stay in the air all the time and you need to aim, and it takes so long for the rockets to land. So when I aim at someone and I shoot, they're already like over there when I'm
Hey, you've got to predict where they're going. Like,
yeah, I know. I can't do that. So I like Moira because I don't need to aim with Moira, really. It's like you just throw a ball, have fun. And I also like Junkrat because of that, because that's really just like throwing, throwing
I
balls.
think Junkrat's my favorite character. Like, I love Junkrat's
Really?
voice. It's so good. So
Oh
good.
God, yes. Oh, I mean, I really like how Darren does the voice of Reinhardt
Oh, yeah.
because it's so I don't
It comes out of nowhere.
how.
He's only little, and he's just like this massive voice. You're like, whoa.
But I mean, he sounds like he has metal in his throat. Like
Mm.
he has like something like metal. He just it's like gargling metal.
It's like totally different to his voice. It's crazy.
Yes, it's so cool. I mean, I love that. It's like I could never do that. I wish.
Did you did you do the voice acting for the Honor cinematic, or was that not you? The Reinhardt cinematic? I think was that before you, or was that you?
It was before me,
I think it was
so
before you.
I wasn't casted then.
Because I was going to ask if you've worked with him, but if you haven't, then that's cool.
I haven't.
All right, so I've got some more quality questions here from Discord.
Emphasis on quality.
Yeah, they're all kind of similar though. It's like Clippy asks, "What character do you like the lore the most?" So, which character's backstory do you like the best?
Ooh. Oh gosh. Ooh. Let me think. Hmm. I mean, first of all, I don't know that much of the lore.
Well, there
But
wasn't really that much lore anyway. I've got to be
oh,
honest.
it is. It is. I mean, it is. Ah, gosh, I don't know. Why can't I think of anyone now?
Just
Okay.
say the new character, which will be released soon. That one will be your favorite one.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I like Brigitte's lore.
Brigitte, you've got to like Brigitte. You are Brigitte. I mean, God.
Yes. But I really like her thing, like coming from, like knowing that she had to do more, like that kind of thing. She's such a, she's a, she's
I tell
she's
you,
a badass.
yeah, one of the things with Brigitte, which kind of gets me a little bit, because Arissa is kind of has a very similar like backstory to her with the I'm not ready yet. I think that's one of your Brigitte lines where she says something like I'm not prepared or I'm not ready or something at the start of a game. This idea of like, oh, she's been thrust into the action too early. It's exactly the same with Arissa. And we were like, come on, Blizz, you can't just keep recycling the story.
No,
What are you doing?
I don't think they did that. I
Wow.
wouldn't say that. I mean, I really like just the thought of her, like, not, like, she's not a damsel in distress in any way. I mean,
No.
no one of the female characters are English words. But I really like the fact that she's like, she knows if she's made a mistake, and she knows that she's not made a mistake. Like, she's very self-aware, and she always knows, like, oh, I can just, like, I can set new goals, and if I fail them, then I'll just try again. And it's just like so cool. I love that about her. She's so energetic and positive, and
Well,
I
all the characters
don't
are
have
positive.
that in my
Come on.
personality.
Come on. You
I'm
must have.
really
You must
not
have.
like that. But I do love cats, so I mean,
Jetpack cat. And all the rest of that stuff.
Jetpack cat confirmed.
Yeah, everything's confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. So, how would I become a voice actor then? This
Oh
is my
God.
final question, because I've kept you here for too long. But I want to become a voice actor. What can I do?
I was literally born into the industry, so
I'm not though. But I got a good microphone, kind of.
get my parents.
Okay.
Start by that. Get adopted, and
I might be a bit old for that, but I can try it.
no. They'd love you, and then just kind of roll in through your parents, is what I would say. So good luck.
Okay, so that's great advice. One day I'll be a voice in Overwatch. Can't wait for that day. It's going to be fantastic. Well, Matilda, thank you for joining me. It's been wonderful. Do you want to give us a big Brigitte goodbye? Just hit us with a load of lines or something.
Oh,
I know
God.
people love that. They love it. Just give us the ultimate
Why
line.
can't I think of lines when someone's like, okay, do a line? I'm like,
Do a line. Do a line. I think it's about the 10th time I've asked you in the video. Do a line.
what do you want me to say?
I'll tell you what. Let me bring up the wiki, because there'll be all the voice lines in the wiki. It's not every day you get a voice actor of Overwatch and you can just shout at them to scream lines back at you, which is amazing. Hang on. All right, so I'll tell you what, I'll hit you with them and you just give me the line back quick, and we'll do loads. Good as new.
Så gott som ny.
Take some armor.
Ta lite skydd.
I love that one. Do it again. Take some armor.
Ta lite skydd.
Ta
lite skydd.
Oh, I cannot say that. Ta kotui.
No. Ta lite.
Ta lite.
Skydd.
Ta lite skydd. I cannot do that one.
You really can. I'm gonna
No,
be straight with you.
That's bad. Armoring you up.
Arming you up. Oh, that's
Patching
that
you up.
word. That took a lot of time.
Did it?
Armoring you up. Armoring you up. it's so hard. Armoring you up. I mean, I can say it now. I couldn't say when we recorded it.
Well, I can't say take some armor, and I'll never be able to say that. Giving you a little extra.
Giving you a little extra.
I'll take care of you.
Jag tar hand om dig.
The Swedish lines are quite good though. Like the good thing with those is they add a load of flavor to the character because I don't, Swedish is not a language I know, obviously. And when you hear that, you do think, oh, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I love it. It's so cool to hear your own language in this huge game. Like it's so cool. Like even if I didn't do the voice, I know I'd be like, oh, she said it. It's so insane.
I'm going to try and read Swedish now, but I'm going to read it as if it's English, so it's going to sound really bad. And maybe you can work out what I'm trying to say. It's for Barrier Shield, and it is Ta skied bakom mig.
Ta skydd bakom mig.
That doesn't even sound like it's written down. What?
Ta skydd bakom mig.
Ta skydd bakom mig.
Ta skydd bakom mig.
Ta skydd bakom mig.
Yeah, you did it.
Okay. Maybe you should stay out of my way.
Maybe you should just stay out of my way.
And on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, we'll end the video. That was quite aggressive, that one. Thanks, Matilda, for coming on. It's great.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on. It's been wonderful. I've learned that I say Brigitte. Hang on. Brigitte. Brigitte. It's that Brigitte.
Yeah.
Brigitte.
Yeah.
So I do
You're
say
doing
it right
it.
80% of the time, which is good. But without doing a stupid accent, Brigitte Lindholm, because I can't keep saying that every time I want to say a name. It sounds stupid. Okay, so where can we find you? I know you have got an awesome Twitter with a crazy picture, which just...
I mean, that
Plug
little...
yourself.
when you tweeted me saying, okay, let's do a backstory here. So you tweeted me saying, please stop liking all my tweets on Twitter. Humble bragging. But you were like, I can't stand to see your profile picture because I look like this. I can't even, I don't know. It was just mid-blink. It looks awful. And then I was in the car with my mom and I was like, just hang on, I have to do this. So I went into iMovie and I did this little, like, what do you call it? Like a picture, photo, I don't know the word for it. I'd said, you bet your butt I won't. And then it was a picture. And then dramatic music. And I was really happy with it. So you can find me on Twitter at Matilda Smedius. So it's literally my name, which is probably going to be in the title of this video, I'm guessing.
There'll be a link in the description as well, so you can click it.
Good. And you can also find me on, no, wait, actually, no, sorry. On Twitter, it's at Smedius. And then on Instagram, it's at Matilda Smedius. So there you go.
Awesome.
Wait. Can I plug myself more?
Do it. Do it.
I also have a YouTube channel.
Oh no.
And I will be uploading something soon.
Oh.
So you can just search for Matilda Smedius and you will find me there. There we go. I'm done with plugging myself. Shamelessly.
I'm going to you just have to get over it. Just plug, self-advertise. It's the way forward. You've got to do the outro now to this video. I want you to just say, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. I've been Brigitte Lindholm, and then scream the ultimate line, and then do the death line, as if you environmental kill falling off, and then I'll just end the video.
There's a lot. I didn't remember that.
I don't know. I'm terrible at this. I give people too much to do. All right. Let's. I'll tell you what. Just this. Scream the ultimate line at me, and then die.
Okay. My neighbors. I just feel so bad for them. Okay. Holding my mic. Can't stop giggling. Okay. Alla till mig! Wow!